All right, good morning, everybody, and welcome to 215 Trades, the home of the 215 technique here today with the chef, the 1st of July. We'll be looking to see if we can get some pips here today on Euro USD and also on XAU USD as well. Gold has been going up in a massive uptrend. In all fairness, there's no quite uh, structure there as well. So it's just going to be very interesting to see what gold is going to be doing today as well. But nevertheless, still will have to begin to draw out my 215 zone and then see how the market actually does play out with gold today and also Euro USD. All right, so it's now 6:33 a.m. Let me just see if I can find the 6:30 candle here. All right, so this would be the 6:30 candle here on EU. So that's going to be my point of interest right here, so, or my POI for short. And just measure 7 pips above that as well. 7 pips is a distance away. Just about there. Okay, that's gonna be hold on. I lost my chain. I thought I was just looking at something just now and I forgot what I was doing. All right, so that's gonna be my buy line there as well. So let's see what's going to happen here. All right, so yeah, on EU, let's go down again, measuring 7 pips. I'm just gonna use the tip just down here as well, because that's like the bottom of that 15-minute range right there as well. So that's going to be my sell line there as well. I'm still pretty bullish here on EU in all fairness, as you guys can see why. This is going to be my sell line. I'll look at gold in a minute, but I think gold is, if I'm not mistaken, is pushing up aggressively. Yeah, as you can see. All right, yeah, it's been a minute. Yeah, it's definitely been a minute, right? Now I've been away over the last couple of days, so I wasn't able to take any to do any streams, but that's all right. You're in a long right now in EU. Nice, 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 nice. That's good. That's good. That's really good. Did capture a little bit of the longs yesterday on EU while it was moving, so that's good. And that's a EU. Okay, let's look at the 30-minute time frame here. I've been thinking to myself, in all fairness, how I trade take entries on EU. I think I might be changing how I actually do take entries on EU. I've been thinking of it. I haven't back tested what I'm thinking just as yet. Good morning, Manny. Good morning, Sylvia, as well. I haven't back tested it as yet, but I've been paying attention to how the market has been reacting as of lately to the 215 zone. And in a sense, what it is showing me is that I would make better entries on EU if I actually did the reverse of the 215. So instead of taking it from the zone, actually taking it from either from the support or resistance. So instead of taking entry two, entry one entries, then you have a higher probability of actually taking entry two setups from a support or a resistance. So it's just something that I've noticed, um, but I haven't quite yet put it into practice as of yet. But my mind is telling me, look, there's something going on here, and it's worth you having a look at. Haven't looked at it as yet though. Even though EU is a bit of a new one, in all fairness, EU is a bit of a new one in all fairness because mainly I think we only started streaming EU in a few months ago, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's just built different, but it's just something that I've seen. I was like, okay, yeah, it does make sense because most of the times, if you look at it, most of the entries that we've gotten some solid entries in the past on EU. In all fairness, right? However, majority of the entries that I do take here on stream with EU is that it's mainly just going to TP1 and then it's just coming back, kind of thing. So I'm just saying, thinking of it like maybe just do the reverse, and I can maybe try today on stream and see how it actually does play out in a sense. So that's it for EU. Just marked out the structures here in EU. Just have a quick look here in gold. Now, this is the thing now that I don't like about gold. So because of I'm still gonna put the markings where they're supposed to be, but I have all these green candles, no apparent structure. Even though I still have structure to the left, this structure right now doesn't look so. I don't like this structure, even though it's going up here as well. Hey, my friend, hope you're well. But let's see what's going to happen here. So let's see what was the where was the 630 candle. Hopefully the 630 candle wasn't all the way up here. Where is it? Is this 630? No, that's at 6 o'clock. So this is the 630 candle right here. I don't remember the handle. Your handle, I've never seen this handle before. So if you had used a different handle before, then yeah, I might remember you, but I don't even know how to pronounce whatever this is that you have here right now. All right, I think I'm mainly going to focus on gold today, in all fairness. So let's see what's going to happen. I did get a decent entry yesterday as well on gold as well. So let's see what is going to happen. I remember you laughed because you thought I was scalping. Oh yeah. I remember. I definitely remember the conversation there. All right, thank you guys for the likes as well. We're almost at a K like here on stream, so definitely go ahead and hit it. All right, so the point of interest is at 3329.512. Let's see if we can get that. So this should be 3331.512. This is going to be the buy line. Yeah, some pretty massive volume. What do you guys think is causing the price action to be so aggressive here on gold. It's the first of the month as well, so I do know we have some high impact news. I'm going to check it in a bit to see what's going on there. We're back into these zones here as well, which I think this was a 215 zone. I don't remember how long ago that was, but all right, so that's the 215 zone. Let me just measure where I'm going to put my rejection. Well, that's not too bad of an area to put it, but let me just put it up just a little bit more. And here's just going to be my 50-minute rejection line. Gonna do the same thing on the downside here for gold. The south side. 14. Yeah, that's fine. Can maybe just drag it down a bit. Then put my 50-minute rejection candle right there. There was a big rejection. I don't have a trade on right now. I'm only just doing the markups right now. You can't see it clearly. Can you guys not see the screen clearly? Let me know. It is showing perfectly on YouTube. Let me know on TikTok if you can't see the screen clearly. All right, so that's the 215 zone here on gold. All right, so that's the 15-minute rejection line all highlighted there as well. So let's see now. Let's go to the higher time frame to see where the target areas are. We're gonna have to scroll a bit just to find the oh, that's a pretty clean range on the 30-minute support, and now I can see why the price action has moved through that area so quickly. Like burning through paper here. So that's 30-minute support, but that's quite some distance away from the zone though. That's like 40 pips to be exact. But looking here, we do have a 30-minute resistance right here just above that 15-minute rejection line, just right there on the left. So that's a 30-minute resistance. Let's go to the 1 hour time frame just to see where the next targets would be in a sense on the 1 hour time frame. And we're looking at this area here. So we do have quite a lot of structure above and below. Is just that the structure that it is forming right now to come into these areas is just not the best, because even if it wants to continue higher as well, look at that, it's just massive candles standing up. I know gold can do it because gold is crazy at times, but now let's use the top here, because that 30-minute support is far away already. So that's the 1 hour support here. Looking at the 4 hour time frame here as well, just to see if I can get my 4 hour resistance and support. So basically these would be my target areas if I was supposed to enter a position here on gold. So that's my 4 hour main focus today. Is going to be on gold. However, I'll still take anything that EU gives me if it looks nice. All right. All right. Still not yet at 1,000 likes, my friends. Come on. So my days should be Monday to Friday. Monday to Friday, 6:30 a.m. 6:30 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. Is that right? Yeah, 6:30 to 8:30 every morning, Mondays to Fridays. Thank you, Ren, for liking the live as well. So that's going to be my 4 hour support right here as well. All right, now good. Let's go back to the 5-minute time frame, because the 5-minute time frame is the time frame I use for entries here On gold, nice. You can see where the price came up and rejected perfectly from that buy line area here. So what I'm ultimately looking to see happen for me to consider taking any entries here today on gold is that, yeah, I'm going to be live tomorrow. Um, is that I like to see price break above the 215 zone here. Test the 50-minute rejection line right there, pull back into the zone with a candle close on the inside, um, followed by a rejection from the 215 zone and a close, right? A close above this area right here. Okay. Now, if I see this action, then I would be very, very interested in taking a long here on gold and looking for it to continue to the higher time frame resistance. As you can see, um, stay protected. Right? However, let's say the price action does change, because even though we can see clearly where the price is going up, we know that gold tends to sometimes want to change the flavor of the market and go in the opposite direction. But what would need to happen for me to consider going in the opposite direction here on gold is the same but the reverse of the buy movements. I would ultimately need to see price pull down, test that 15-minute rejection area here, pull back into the zone with a candle close on the inside of the zone, right? Followed by a rejection from the zone on the close below the sell line, not exceeding the 15-minute rejection line for me to consider taking shorts. All right. Now, additionally, as well, my friends here on TikTok, let me just put this right here. Let me see. All right, that is my handle as well here on YouTube. So if you haven't yet subscribed as yet, please go ahead and do so. Let me just lock that as well. Let's have a quick look on EU. EU's coming down for a short here. In all fairness, I'm not. Mentally, I don't think I am in the space to take entries on EU. In all fairness, not gonna lie, but let's see what's happening here on EU. Looking closely on DXY, we can see, look, DXY has been dumping for the last couple of days. As you can see, it has been dumping, man, dumping. All right, now if we look at DXY here, we can see where it's still in this 50-minute slash 30-minute zone here. It's in the midpoint. It hasn't crossed any of the borders, or well, it tested the bottom and the top as well, but it's now has been consolidating towards the lower end of this range. All right. Now, it hasn't broken above this zone here. So if it continues to climb, then we should be seeing EU coming down just a bit, which we can see where EU has gone up to the resistance and the higher time frames and has rejected and is now coming down into the 215 zone. Now, on other occasions, what will happen is that, let me just see how far away this all right, so that's not too bad. That's about 5. So if this 5-minute candle close below this 215 zone here, just about a pip away, or a pip and a half away, just about there in that little safe space here, then that would be a confirmation here for a short here on EU to target the higher time frame supports in this instance. All right, so 5 minutes until this candle close. As I said, I'm mainly only just focusing on gold for today, just to see what's going to happen on gold. However, if EU does confirm something here, I'll be interested in having a quick munch at some pips on EU. All right, can see where DXY as well is pushing up to that border as well. However, I should expect some reactions to happen as well when it's trying to cross over into that area as well in the above zone. Now, looking at gold here as well, we still have gold in the 215 zone. It hasn't broken below, or it hasn't broken above as yet. it's just well, it's been distributed from the buy to the sell side here. All right, is anyone in a position on gold today? No, no. Bash, we're not sure if it's gonna go up today. It has been climbing. I think it. If I look at this, it has gone up since the market opening of 260 pips. In all fairness, so the price action could continue to climb. You know, but it could also reverse as well. So, not don't know. I don't think anyone knows 100% where it's gonna go. Can see here where it rejected from that to that buying line right there. Pull back. Didn't quite test that 15-minute rejection line for me to consider taking. Well, on the 5 minutes, it's going down, but on the 15-minute time frame, it is showing as if it's going down as well. I'm pretty sure the 30-minute as well. This last 30-minute candle is looking as if it's going down. That's a pretty strong rejection here, as well. Let's zoom out just to see what is to the left just a bit. So see if we can see it any better. There is a sell resistance here, but that's at 334. It picked up, didn't quite hit it really. So yeah, it has been coming up, as you can see. Came down to the 2000 3200 areas. Price action bought it back up here as well. I think this was the 215 zone yesterday that I took that buy from, was it? Let me see. Let's go back to the 5-minute time frame. These lines here, I think these were my alerts yesterday when I took that buy. Came back in, didn't quite work out. I think this was a long trade though. This was a long trade because in the zone, because this was the zone yesterday. Between these two lines were the zone yesterday. Price broke, it broke, but it didn't quite retrace the way I needed it to retrace. Right, came back in the zone, but when it came back in the zone, what it did was it just went through, and it also confirmed the sell. I didn't take this out because I wasn't looking at the PC at the time, but there was a sell. I think it was right here. This sell, it confirmed a sell 2 times actually, here and here as well. And instead, I didn't take any of the sells that it did confirm, but I took the buy when it closed back above the zone here. That was the buy that I took. So you see how many times the 215 zone can be used, because this would have been the first break and retest, and it came back in, closed in the zone here. This one closed below, that was a sell, came down, test those support areas, came back in the zone, 15-minute candle closing on the inside, and then coming back with a breakout as well. So multiple entries confirmed from this 215 zone that I was trading yesterday, but it said I took this break and closed above the zone here, and took some pips on the move upwards here on this. Now we're back at like that's a massive journey though, coming back from there as well. Now this is where we are right now at the moment. Where do you think it's going to go from here? Well, I guess it's pretty interesting. We could see some pullbacks, just a bit, just a small amounts of pullback. on it, and then we could see it actually continuing to go maybe back to 3,340 thereabouts, maybe about another 20 pips, additional to the 200 and well, 200 pips additional to the 250 it has gone already. But these numbers as well, I don't know if you guys can, oh no, you guys can't see it, but whenever gold is up by 250 pips on a given day, there's usually just a little bit of consolidation until some news or something comes out to move it again. It might consolidate just a bit, but let me just double check here on Forex Factory. On Forex Factory, how are we looking today in regards to news? Are we looking aggressive for news for this week, or will it be next week before we see any major action here on gold? Let me just double check here quickly on Forex Factory. So Forex Factory is saying today is the first of July. So this is it. So today is the 1st of July. See what we have here. So and this is UK time, by the way. So we do have some USD news coming out at 2:30 p.m. That's when Jerome is going to speak. That's 2:30 UK time. I'm not sure what time that is in New York. And we do have some GBP news, some JPY news coming out as well. So if you are trading any of those pairs, then you should get some price action, like some high volumes on that. Additionally, as well, at 3 o'clock, we do have some additional USD news coming out as well. ISM, JOLTS, and ISM again. So pretty interesting. And that's today. Tomorrow, the 2nd of June, we do have non-farm payroll coming out at 1:15 p.m. That's what UK time yet again, and we have some EU news coming out, not very high impact, and as well. Then on the 3rd, which I believe is Thursday, we have more high impact news coming out. So the first week of the month usually does have a lot of news. So most of the high impact news, well, not most of them, but the majority of them, like basically in clusters as well, usually come out in the first week of the beginning of a month. So that in that week, you know, if you are someone who trades like you like high volume, right, then the first week is usually a good week for you. All right, thank you guys for the likes as well. Remember, if you haven't yet subscribed as yet, please definitely go ahead and do so. That is 215 trades as well. Also live there as well. So let's see what is going to happen here. Let's have a quick look at EU. EU has rejected from that sell line and has pushed up back to the point of interest here. DXY is still consolidating around the center segments here of the zone that it's in this little range here as well. And you can see where EU is just doing its thing at this moment. Anyone in any positions here on EU? EU is tempting you to buy. Yeah, it definitely could be. That's the thing with EU. EU will play with you. It will play games. That's why most of the times, if I'm taking an entry in EU, I have been weak to EU in the past, like a lot, where I usually take entries before they actually do confirm. But knowing EU, I have this. I'm not in a space where I only do take it if I see something. But looking at EU now, if let's say we look at the 30-minute time frame, right? Because if you look at the 30-minute time frame, you can see it, and this goes back again to what I was saying, basically trading the reverse of the 215 on EU, where instead of selling from this, well, instead of taking entry ones to basically take entry twos as well. But then again, you can't know which strategy is always going to work. So it's either you're going to do one and just stick to it. But if we're looking at the 30-minute time frame, right, we can clearly see here at this area, like there's a 30-minute support, and there's also a 30-minute support right here as well. So there's two 30-minute supports right here, right? So what we do know about support is that there's usually quite a bit of buying pressure, right, at supports, and there's quite a bit of selling pressure at resistance. We might not know the strength of these supports or resistance. However, we can expect to see some level of reaction happening here, possibly where the price could actually buy back up and trend upwards as well. This 30-minute candle has only now just started and it's pushing down aggressively here as well. It does seem as if there's quite a lot of volume here on this as well, because it's only started about 4 minutes ago, and look how much it has moved already from here, from the point of interest all the way down to the sell line. So I think that has moved by about 7 pips already. And if we look here on DXY, we can see where DXY is pushing up as well, right, on the 15-minute time frame. Now if I go back to the 5-minute time frame, no, switch that to 15 back, but on the 5-minute time frame here on EU, it still hasn't broken and closed below the 215 zone here to confirm a short. All right, thank you, Danny, for that hammer. Gold here, on the other hand, still being distributed here in the 215 zone. Hasn't tested any of the key areas here as yet. It's now 7:04 a.m. or 7:05 a.m. if you want to round it up here in the UK. Let's see. So where was a 7 o'clock candle? 7 o'clock candle would have been just right here. So that's maybe about a pip below that point of interest. So the 215 zone on the 7 a.m. and the 215 zone at 6:30 is pretty close. I'd say maybe about a 10 pips difference. So that's good, I guess. Yeah, should be good. All right, now we're at 2.5k likes, my friends. Let's see if we can get those likes up to 3k. I would really appreciate it. Now look at the 15-minute time frame to see we do have quite a few 15-minute candles closing here in the 215 zone, so that's good. So if price does comes down and test this 15-minute rejection line here, retrace and close in the zone and reject from the zone, I'll be okay in taking a short. However, one thing I also want to point out as well, and it's not something that I usually take here on stream quite a bit. Now, in the 215 technique, right, in the 215 technique, there are two entries that we can take. Well, there are two types of entry ones. You have the 215 go, and you also have the 215 retest. Now the two we mainly do I mainly do 215 retest, where I wait for price to break, test, retrace, then reject. However, on the in the 215 go, you basically just wait for one candle to close below the zone, right? Now this structure here is a perfect structure for a 215 go entry, because one, to the left we have a clean open range here, pretty clean open range here. So if a candle was to come down and close below the zone, right, if a candle was to come down and close below the zone, right, not too far away from the 215 zone, then it would be a good setup for an entry for a 215 go entry here on this. But let's see what is going to happen. All right, let's go back to EU. Did get an alert that EU is crossing the sell line. Still, it's just testing it, as you can see. When you look at DXY is still consolidated. So I'm gonna label these zones as well, so we can make better reference to them. So here on DXY, in this little area here, I'm just gonna call this zone 0, right? And then here I'll call this zone, well, A came first, so let's call that zone A, and then below here I'll call that zone B. So it makes it better for us to basically refer to these by. All right, so that is it for DXY there. Hold on guys, give me just a minute. Okay, all right. What's going on? Let's see what's going on. Gold has, wow, it's a massive wick down. What was that? Okay, so gold, you can see where gold has now just tested the sell line here of the 215 zone. Right, has tested the sell line, weak below the zone as well. Didn't quite close below the zone. That was a massive rejection here as well. And we also have EU. That's a candle close below the zone. Yeah, that's a candle close below the zone here for a short. All right, I'm gonna take that chart here on EU, and I'm gonna see where this takes me. Let's see what happened here is on EU. See if we can get it all the way down to that 1 hour support at least. Stop loss just at my point of interest. So let's see what is going to happen. We do have the DXY pushing up. So usually once you have upward movement here on DXY, you should be seeing the reverse here on EU. Now we do have a 5-minute candle close below the 215 zone here. It's not it's not far away from the area, and it's also in my safe space here on EU. I'm not risking a whole lot. Let me just double check. I'm only risking a pips here, so let me just put that perfectly on there. Yep, just on that point of interest there, here as well. Candle close below the 215 zone here. So let's see. So if it continues to push down, maybe, yeah, to about that 30-minute support, then I'll go BE at that point in time. Looking here at gold as well, we can see where gold is pushing down towards the sell side here on the 215 zone. So let's see ultimately what is going to happen here in gold. It's now 7:12 a.m. pretty early here as well. We're going up until 8:30 a.m. here today. However, the London market opens in about is that 48 minutes, in about 48 minutes at 8:30 a.m. So we should be seeing some volume coming in then. Guys, if you haven't yet liked the video, please go ahead and do so. If you haven't yet liked the stream, please go ahead and do so. Remember to subscribe to 215 Trades as well. We're at 2.4k likes here on stream, so if we can get those likes up to 3k, I would really appreciate it. On EU, I'm currently in a short here on EU. The price action does look good as well. Not risking my usual lot size here on this though, but it should be fine. We do have DXY pushing up as well to zone A here as well. We might be seeing some rejection though once DXY gets to the border here to cross into zone A if it continues. If it goes down to the 30-minute support, then I would like to go pre-E at that point in time. Or if this 5-minute candle close closer towards the 30-minute support, then I will go to the BE as well. So let's see what's going to happen. We do have DXY coming into the border as well. We might be seeing some rejection on EU as well in this area. Sadly, I don't take entries on NAS 100, Mickey. Well, let's see. That's doing that. What's gold doing? Still consolidating in the lower segment here. pretty strong rejection here on EU. I think that pulled back maybe about 4 pips if I'm not mistaken. 2.5. Let's see. DXY is still pretty close to zone A. See what's going to happen here on EU. If it continues to climb, we should be seeing the price dumping down a bit more. But if it continues to fall, then we should be seeing a rejection here as well. Only risking 8 pips here on this move. Now I'm want to see as well, because as I said, I want to see as well how this is going to play out in regard to, let's say I was trading the reverse of the 215 technique here on EU. So I'm testing this in my mind, just looking at how it's reacting to the points, and I want to see, right? I haven't back tested it as yet, but it's a light bulb idea as well that I want to look into, that I want to explore a bit more. So let's put it that way. All right, let's see here what's going on gold. We still don't have any much. There's no action really going on here on gold. It has retraced by about 50 pips. Is that, yeah, about 60 pips all the way from the top to the bottom, right there. But it still hasn't done anything here as yet. All right, we have almost 70 persons here on TikTok. How many of you guys is anyone currently in any position here on XAU USD or on EU? All right, good. We're getting a bit of a reversal here on EU. If we look at it, it's a pretty decent setup though. Price tested that point of interest and then rejected here as well. Coming down, we do have a close below the zone, and we also do have DXY pushing up as well. Sorry, Micah, BTC, no, I don't take any entries on BTC as well. I haven't even looked at the BTC chart in a long while. Sylvia, do you still take entries on BTC? Or those days are over? Remember, guys, if you haven't yet subscribed as yet, please go ahead and do so. No, only 6J. Okay. So 6J is the new in thing. All right, nice. Yeah, I know you are a legend when it comes on to 6J. Struggling here. Thank you, Soul, for following. Remember as well, guys, if you haven't yet subscribed, please definitely go ahead and do so. In a chart at the moment right now on EU here as well, gold is still consolidating towards the lower end of the that's the thing as well, because where it is right now is it's at that 30-minute support. These are 30-minute support, which it can actually reject to go for the log as well. But the chart as well doesn't look too bad here as well, because look, if you look at the 15-minute time frame, we have a 15-minute candle closing below these previous support areas here as well, so it doesn't look too bad. So it's like a 50-50 kind of thing here as well, and I guess that's why we're having a bit of a consolidation going on since that entry here as well. DXY was pushing up here, however it's pulling back just a little bit, so it's not pretty decisive here as yet as to where it wants to go. But let's see what's happening. It's the first entry here for the day on the EU. I wasn't really quite feeling it, so I didn't quite go on my usual lot on it. But let's see ultimately what's going to happen. If price does push down to my 30-minute support, at that point in time, I'm okay with going BE at that point in time and taking some partials here and that. Yeah, definitely. That's what a good risk reward is for. Yeah. So let's see. So if we can get a strong push, a strong aggressive push here on DXY, which we can see coming in right now. However, this is what is going to be the next obstacle as well. When DXY gets to this area here, when it gets to the border to cross into zone 0, no, zone A actually, there might be some level of reaction or rejection coming in. So let's see. Let us see. Would be nice if we could get a 5-minute candle as well to close below these wicks. 4 minutes until this candle close. All right, that's an aggressive push. That's an aggressive push. Yeah. All right, come on. Let's see if we can get down to that 30-minute support. At that point, I'll just go BE on this. Take some pips. Gold is crossing the sell line. All right, so gold has now tested that 15-minute rejection line here. Pretty far away though from the 215 zone. Am I in a new position? Yeah, I'm in this EU position here. So I want to see if it can take me down to that 30-minute support, that'll be okay. That would be my TP1. Then I'll go BE at that point in time. Or if this 5-minute candle even does close below these wicks, below that wick, then I'll go BE at that time as well. DXY is pushing. Yep, DXY is pushing. So let's see. Alright, let's make this risk-free at this point. Okay. Alright, good. So let's go now, EU. Let's see if we can get that down there. Oh, Sylvia, I forgot to say this to you, you know. I was looking at 6J. I don't know how I saw it, but I was looking at 6J and I was looking at EU at the same time, and what I realized is that EU, so whenever EU moves, 6J does the same thing, but EU moves faster than 6J. So let's say EU is going for a short, right? Let's say EU is going for a short, it will make the short move, and then a few minutes after you will see that same move happening as well on 6J. I saw it and I was like, oh, that's pretty interesting. Yeah, very interesting in all fairness. Very interesting in all fairness. All right, so let's see what's going to happen here, if we're just going to get a pullback or if we're going to get that that full TP here on that move. I'm already BE on this as well. Let's see what's happening here on gold. No solid move just as yet. You know what's one of the most thrilling thing, I would say one of the most thrilling thing is like when you're doing your prop, right? You're doing your prop. For those who are doing prop, you know this feeling. You're doing your prop, right? And you need one trade, right? Just one trade to get you across the line to pass that prop. You are the most cautious person that you can actually find. Just one trade, just a few pips. Haroom, I'm not taking any invites, my friend. Remember, guys, to hit that like button. We are 2.5K likes. Let's see if we can get those likes up to 3K. Would really appreciate it. We do have a 5-minute candle closing below that safe line there. I've already took a bit of partials here on this already, and I'm looking to see if we can get that price to push down now. Hasn't quite tested that 30-minute support here as yet, but DXY is looking good to say that it's continuing to push higher. So if this 15-minute candle can continue to rise to zone A, then we should be seeing the price action going down lower here as well. But if it doesn't, if it does come back and it closes me out, then it is what it is. Gold, on the other hand, just had that first candle sneak below the 215 zone with a close below the 215 zone. Got a very strong rejection after that though. As you can see, it's now 7:25 as well. It's now 7:25 a.m. here as well in London. London market opens in about 34 minutes to be exact, and we should be seeing an inflow of volume coming into the market at that point in time. Gold has already moved by 250 pips already for the day. So let's see what London is going to do, if it's going to come in and it's going to push the price back to, let's say, about 340, or if it's going to dump it back down to about 317, or even back down to 300. Now, what do you guys think London is going to do when the price action, when London does open? Let me know. Okay, was I kicked out on that? Yep, I was kicked out. Let me know what you guys think is going to happen when London opens. Do you guys think that London is going to continue with the price action? Hope it goes up. Sounds as if you're in a long position right now, Colin. All right, so I'm out on this one. Just a small pips muncher there on that. Nothing too much there. Yeah, that was properly risk managed. Now let's look at the 15-minute time frame here. We can see where we do have a 15-minute candle closing below these 15-minute supports. Could be a case where it's just that I went VE too soon on that, but let's have a look at the 30-minute time frame as well. We do have a 30-minute candle pushing below the 215 zone. It does close in about the minute or so. So if this 30-minute candle is below these areas, if this 30-minute candle actually does come down and close below these areas, we could be seeing the chart coming in a little bit higher. But as well, as you can now see, it is rejecting in the last 2 minutes of this candle. So we're getting well, if you would expect that, because you're getting a massive pullback here on the 50-minute on DXY. So let's see what's going to happen overall. I think what I need, but that's just the way it is as well. How to, because if I deep dive into the 215 here on EU, if I deep dive into it and master to basically get the entries from the point of interest, then that would be much better in a sense, right? But that interesting, pretty interesting. Overall, I think what I'm going to do is that for EU, I'm definitely going to go back to the drawing boards here on EU as well. I have been analyzing the trades that I have been taking for the past couple of days here on EU, and I have been looking as to how the price action behaves on EU. What I have seen is that majority of the times the reverse, if I had taken the reverse entries on EU, when I say reverse entries, I say opposite for opposite to the 215. I see that they play out at a higher range, right? ultimately as well, not only that as well, but if the entries are also taken from the point of interest area, right? If the entries are taken from the point of interest area as well, they have a higher profit, um, a higher pip accumulation in a sense. Because let's say that we took that chart from that 30-minute, from that point of interest, it would have been down about 11 pips, thereabouts. So it is interesting to see, and I think I need to go back to the drawing boards here on EU, because there's a lot of variables that are coming into play now, as well. So I'm definitely going to check that out as well. All right, now let's go back to gold just to see what is going to happen here on gold. We still haven't had any tests of any major areas here. The 15-minute rejection line has not been tested here for me as well. So I'm still waiting. It's now 7:30 a.m. here in London. The London market opens in about 30 minutes as well. So we should be seeing some volume going up. We can't go short against the US economy. Why not? Is anyone here funded with on FTMO? Yeah. Yeah, funded on FTMO, and I'm trying to get funded on a prop firm. Not a prop firm. What am I saying? Trying to get funded on futures as well. Bull Knox, yeah, Bull Knox, yeah. Very interested name. What chart am I looking at right now? Nice. Big shout out to you, my friend. Remember, guys, if you haven't yet subscribed to the YouTube channel, please go ahead and do so. That is 215 Trades. All right. We currently waiting for the London market to open. So the London market opens in about 28 minutes. Hopefully by then we can see some more volume in the markets there as well. EU is rejected nicely. You are expecting a short? Hold on, guys. Give me just a minute. Okay, all right, let's see what's happening here now. All right, looking for a short goes by the zone 329 and go again. I'm thinking bullish EU. The Asian lows. Yeah, the overall trend in EU is bullish. The 4-hour chart says it all on gold. What does it say? It is 50-50. It is 50-50 on on everything actually, because it can either go up or down. In all fairness, or consolidate. Remember, guys, we're at 2.7k likes here on TK. If we can just get those likes up to 3k, I would really appreciate it. For all my viewers as well who are over there on YouTube, if you would be so kind as well, just to hit the like button on that video if you haven't yet already done so, would really appreciate it. That's the stupidest thing you've ever heard. All right, what is going to tank? Gold. It's not impossible, because it's on the sell side of my 215 zone. I'm only based on where it is right now. It's on this lower section of the 215 zone. So all depending on if it comes down and tests these areas, and I'll be interested in going for a short. But it hasn't done that. It only tested the area with a wick per se, but it still, as you can see, it still has a very strong buying pressure here right now. 7:37 a.m. as well. We have London opening about 23 minutes away from now. So let's see overall what London is going to do. I think London might just send the market in one direction. Market already open at 7 a.m. Which market open at 7 a.m.? UK is 8 a.m. GMT. Yeah, it's 8 a.m. So it's now 7:30 a.m. here in the UK. The UK session opens in a few minutes, in 22 minutes. Euro USD short. Is it going for that short now? Oh, look at that rejection though here on DXY. Got stopped out on that previous one just now. Let's see what's going to happen here, if it's going to continue with that chart. DXY, we would have to see like a close on the 50-minute above these previous candles as well, to show that it still has the strength to continue higher here as well on DXY, to see the price action down here on EU. Overall though, it still looks like it's want to reject. Did that 30-minute candle close below the zone? No, it didn't. You see how far back it pulled back? Yeah, we didn't close up below these 30-minute supports here. Gold, on the other hand, is rejected nicely, rejected from that sell side, and is pushing up aggressively here as well. Ultimately, if it comes to break above that 215 zone, if it tests that 15-minute rejection and pull back into the zone with a candle close on the inside, followed by another one above, then I would be interested in going for the logs here. How many 15-minute candles do we have in the zone? We do have, yeah, that's some very good 15-minute structure here in the zone. We do have a bit of a resistance above that point of interest and just above that sell line. So that's good. That's looking nicely. Just need to see it break and test these areas. Ideally, if they could do it before London Open and then confirm it after London Open, then that would be great. That would be really great. 30-minute candles as well, saying the same thing. And if we look at the Heikin-Ashi candles as well, we can see where price was pulling down. However, it wasn't so strong though, as you can see that we do have these Heikin-Ashi candles forming top wicks and bottom wicks, small top wicks, some with massive top wicks as well. So that was to show you that, look, it's not so strong to say that it's going to continue lower as well. Then you can see where as soon as it got weaker, we had some candles coming in, flipping towards the buy pressure here, going upwards. So this candle now doesn't have any bottom wick, so that's good. Shows that there's pretty strong buy momentum here on gold. So let's see what's going to happen. 5 minutes, and we have 19 minutes until London opens as well. Where are you guys watching from today? Let me know in the chat. Just drop your flag or your name of your country, whichever the case may be. Thank you, Aiden, for the follow, my friends. Ollie Evans. I can't even pronounce that. Shropshire. That definitely sounds like that's somewhere in the UK. I'm pretty sure that's somewhere in the UK. I'm from Jamaica, Khalid. Oh, Danny is from Jamaica as well. Nice, nice. No, yeah, Ali, I definitely know it's in the UK. The UK is the only place that has so much shires. So from I heard it, I know it was England, or doesn't necessarily have to be England, but Bumbleclad. Thank you, NKR, for that follow. Where you from, Khalid? All right, good. So we do have a price pushing up here on gold here as well. What time is it for you? Right now it's 7:42 a.m. here in the UK. So price has now pushed up above the what you call this again? Above the buy line here on the 215 zone. Looking for price to. Yeah, I am Jamaican. I just said it. I am Jamaican. So looking for price to push up, test this 15-minute rejection, pull back into the zone, and if it does that, then I'll be ready and waiting for entry. Yeah, I'm from Jamaica. Which two flags are those? Is that Greece? No, definitely not Sweden. Yeah, that's Greece. Yeah, I do have a Telegram group. It is on. The links to the Telegram group are on here, and the links are also on my TikTok page as well. And also, yeah, it's on my TikTok page, and it's also on my YouTube page as well. All right, so price is pushing up, as you can see. What's EU doing? EU is rejected. So that's nice. All right, that's good. All right, so we're now getting a push above the 215 zone here. This is first time, actually. So let's see if we can get a close. Let's see if this candle can come in, test this 15-minute rejection price area here. Once it's tested, I need to see it pull back into the zone. So like, cause me know you sound like yard man. Really? Is it that obvious? Yeah, I'm not trying to hide it as well. It's my roots. All right, good. So that's a pretty decent push here, going on the above sign. Nice, Khalid. Nice, nice, nice. I'm guessing you're in some decent pips right now. Oh, you can hear it a little. Nice, nice, nice. I've been told that I sound like so many different. First, when I just came to the UK, they said I sounded like I was American. Then someone told me that I sounded like I was Irish because of the way I pronounced third. Um, Someone said a very interesting one to me the other day. And I was like, wow. Nice, you're up 10K. Nice, nice. Big shout out to you, my friend. Congrats. All right, London market opens in 15 minutes. Three two eighty. 3280. But the price isn't. Wait a minute, did I read that right? Oh, 3280. Okay, that's nice. That's nice. That's a very good entry price. All right, so for me to enter here on gold, no risk, no Ferrari. As my uncle used to say. All right. So in order for me to take an entry here, what I'm looking to see happen here, I need to see price test this 15-minute rejection line here. It has tested it. However, I need to see it tested with a body candle close versus it being tested with a wick. Once I get that, I need to see your retracement from these areas back into the 215 zone. So let me remove this. So I need to see price pull back like so, back into the 215 zone, flips, and then close above the 215 zone, and then I will be interested in taking that long. If I do get that, I'll take that long just like so, put my stop loss just at the bottom of my 215 zone, and ultimately targeting the 4-hour resistance as my full on TP. Now it's 7:47 a.m. here. This candle looks as if it's going to test it, and I think what will happen is, see, if this candle tests it, then the next one pulls back into the zone, the next one confirms it. That's just in line with the with London opening. 51 seconds. Let's just double check my measurement. That's nice. If there's no pullback to the zone, then I don't take any entries. Price will continue to go. But the thing about it as well is that price may continue to go, however, maybe by 9 o'clock or 11 o'clock, it will come back to the zone, and if it does comes back to the zone, then I can still take the entry at that time. So this 215 zone is not only just for now. The 215, I can use this 215 zone from now all the way until the market ends, close in the New York session. No, push, no. Okay, I mean, yeah, that's not too bad. I'll take that. That's just on the line though, but I'll take that. So let's see. So price can continue to go. In all fairness, that's perfectly fine. However, I need to see a pull back to the zone and a rejection from the zone, then I'll be interested in taking that long. Yeah, Khalid, for now that is the case. Hey, legend. Welcome back. 4K likes, my friends. That's nice. That's pretty good. Let's see if we can get those likes up to 4.5K likes here. 7:50 London market opens in about 10 minutes. Additionally, as well, we're going all the way until 8:30 a.m. as well. If gold is doing this, I'm pretty sure that EU. Well, I thought EU would be flying though, but it's not. Interesting. Yeah, I've been missing, but I did say it. I did say it on stream last Wednesday that I wasn't going to stream Thursday and Friday. I was going to come back on Monday, but didn't come back on Monday. My apologies. My apologies. But I'm here now. I'm here now. Thank you, Ren. Thank you, Ren, for those likes. Did Ren just change her or his handle? Oh no. Oh, so Ren is still here. Oh, so someone else has Ren's what you call it? DP. RT Travels, thank you so much for those likes as well. Which flag is that? Which country is that, RT? That flag in your handle. What flag is that? What country flag is that? Any advice? No advice. Thailand. Man, I need to know my I need to know my what do you call that? Geography. Thank you, Danny, for that Terminator skull. So if the US economy is rising, so is gold. Why is it always going up? Because it's not only just based off the US economy. Anything can happen in the world and cause damages and can cause fluctuation in the price of gold. Let's say conflicts. As you can see, whenever these conflicts do happen, it affects the price movement of gold. So it's not just the US economy, but worldly events as well. We'll be there 1 month from December to January. Oh, you have a very busy itinerary, don't you? And a few days ago, I bought tickets to China, Korea, and Japan. Look at you doing an Asian tour. Shan, is that you? Big shout out to you, my friend. Yeah, I can see that pullback. Now, what I was thinking to myself just now, usually I would want to see like a decent candle close, but look at that. That candle just closed just on that line though. I'm still gonna count it as a proper test though, anyways. So you're getting a pullback now, so I need to see it come down into the 215 zone, close in the 215 zone. I'm waiting for gold to come back in my zone at 3313. 3313. 3313. That's the 4-hour support. Yeah, that's not bad. It's a bit of a distance away though, but it's not bad. London market opens in 5 minutes as well. No, that's not. No, no, no. You have to do better than that. This candle has to close in the zone. I'm not counting that candle. What's EU doing? Consolidating on the lower half. So this candle came in. I don't. That's not too. Because look at that. It is in the zone, but it's like just. It's not. It is in the zone. It only just. That's like the toenail of a pinky toe. Why don't you give perfect setup, Skull? Come on. Yeah, it's so. That's the same thing I'm saying. That it's so sketchy, man. So sketchy. Like, wanted to come down a bit more in there. That's so sketchy. Let's say it has closed up, maybe just down here. Maybe this one will flip and come back in the zone and close. But this candle is so sketchy. Remember, guys, if you haven't yet subscribed, please definitely go ahead and do so. Yeah, 4 minutes before London. This candle needs to flip and come back in the zone. This one needs to come back in the zone because this candle is too sketchy, man. Too sketchy. It's like, well, what I'm going to do you? I'm going to fake you out. Like, why didn't you just come down some more and make it more clear, and then this one confirms it, and then just wait for London to see what London does. Yeah, 4 minutes until, well, 3 minutes now. So yeah, this candle needs to pull back deeper. Yeah, it's very interesting, my friend. Thank you so much, Cal, for stopping by as well. And I hope you do enjoy yourself here as well. We're at 5.2K likes here on what platform? On TikTok. Let's see if we can get those likes up to 5.5K. Would really appreciate it. Remember as well, if you haven't yet subscribed, please definitely go ahead and do so. That's 215 Trades here on YouTube for the full 215 experience. Now, what I want is that I need to see a candle close in the zone. This candle tried to do something, however, that's too sketchy. It didn't quite come into the zone, in all fairness. So now, need to see this candle come in and close, and then I'll see what London does in the next minute. Now let's look at EU. All right, so we're getting a push back down below the zone, but this, you see, that's the thing with EU. EU will hold you and chop you, man. EU will break you out, break you back in, and fake you out, every single thing all in one. If you don't know what you're doing with EU, EU will drive you crazy. I think EU does more damage mentally than what gold does, in all fairness. Now look at it. It's still consolidating. DXY is still consolidating in this area. It's still pushing up to zone 1, to zone A, but each time it pushes up, it rejects. Then EU does this thing here. We did take a jab at that short previously. Got taken out maybe about 3 pips in, but that's fine though. But look at it now. It's looking to confirm a short yet again. And if we look at the 15-minute time frame, we do have a 15-minute candle closing below, and we now have this 15-minute candle coming to close below these areas. Now I guess if it closed below that green line, that safe line, then that would make more sense for it to continue lower. But DXY has to push into zone A. If it doesn't push all the way up to zone A, then it's not going to make much of a sense there. Because look, this 15-minute candle closes in about 5 minutes, and it's coming back into that same area. What is it going to do? Does it want to go for a short again, and this time plays it out properly? Gold, on the other hand, 34 seconds. Let's see what's going to happen here. London market opens as well in 1 well, 30 seconds as well at 8 o'clock. So let's see what London is going to do. What I think is going to happen is that the first candle is going to wick up in both direction aggressively. So the first 5 minutes is going to wick up in both direction. Then the next 5 minute candle is going to go in the direction which it wants to. Come on, don't do that. Okay, all right, now I can say now that this zone has been tested in a sense now, where we do have two candles closing in the zone. I'm going to count this candle as that close here as well. So let's see what London is going to do. Let me just remove this here because it's not quite ready. This zone here, that is the only bit that's not so fancy. But let's see. Did EU confirm that chart again? It did confirm that chart again. It did. I'm not going to take it though. But let's see what it would look like, because it would be just right there. Stop loss right there. Look at that. And TP would be at that 4 hour again. So is this the chart now here on EU? Did try just before, just now. Didn't get full TP on that. What indicator am I using? The one with the arrow. I'm not using any indicators. No, there aren't any. I'm just using the drawing tools. So it's not in indicators. It's just the drawing tools. Let's look at EU. EU, come on. You see what I'm saying? You see what I am saying with EU, man? EU will, so crazy, so crazy. Look at that now. So now it's finally doing what I had tried for it to do just now, right? Because I did try for that chart here. Was it here? Somewhere thereabouts. And it came back and tapped me out as soon as I went BE. But now it has now confirmed another chart again, because it came in, tested that point of interest and had rejected. And it's now pushing down as if it's going to go for the full TP this time. I didn't re-enter though. Looking at it now, look at DXY as well. You can see where DXY is pushing now towards a zone A now. Oh my gosh, look at that. Look at that. Crazy, man. EU, I tell you. So I was just a bit too early on my previous chart entry that was taken. Came back and tapped me out. But now look at that. That's the full TP. So TP1 and TP2 would basically have been, well, TP2 might have not been hit as yet. There's the first DXY is coming into zone A, so we're going to see a bit of a pullback in a few minutes here as well. But interesting. Interesting. Oh my gosh, EU, I tell you. EU. Oh my word. Oh my word. EU, look at that, man. Look at that. It's crazy, man. So crazy. So crazy. So, for those who don't know, so we took an at this same position actually, just a few moments ago, but it was taken here, thereabout, aiming for that 1 hour support as the full TP. What happened is that price came down, pushed down towards the 30-minute support, which would have been TP1, went BE on that, and then what happened was that price came back and rejected and basically took the position out. And then as you can now see again, price did test that point of interest area, pulled back from that point of interest area, close below the zone. And as you can now see, price is dumping. Oh my gosh. Full TP would ultimately be at that 4 hour support there as well, because that's TP1, TP2, and this would be TP3 here as well. So missed out on that beautiful entry there on EU. But that's just how the game goes. In all fairness, that's just how the game goes. And even though let's say that first entry that I took, if I didn't go BE on it, it would come really close to that stop loss. Really, really close, but it wouldn't have hit it though, based off the looks of that. It wouldn't have hit it, but it had rejected. See, so DXY is now pulling back just a bit because it's the first time it's crossing into zone A. Yeah, it will reject from these support areas as well, and as you can see, it's now rejecting as well. And we should always expect whenever price actually push into like a new zone, we should be waiting for some to see some rejection as well. EU really gets you like that, stops you out just to go in your direction. Yep, classic EU, I tell you, classic EU. But it is what it is. No loss taken on that. Missed out on that. That was like maybe about 14 pips. So that would have been maybe a 1 to 2, really. 12 pips. So yeah, so that wouldn't have been so bad. On a 10 lot, that's nice. That's beautiful. Gold. Whoa. What? Okay. All right, so this is a buy now here in gold. Damn, how did I miss that? All right, hold on. All right, so I'm going to go for a long here on gold. Let's see what is going to happen here. Price is looking aggressive here on this though. Because price broke above, tested that 15-minute rejection, pulled back in the zone, closed inside the zone, and I do have a candle close just above here as well. So I'm going to go for the long. Go for the long here on gold, put in my stop loss just at the bottom here of that 215 zone, and I'm going to be targeting my overall full TP at my 4-hour support. My 4-hour resistance, sorry. Okay, good. All right, I'm just setting my stop losses here on my account. All right, good. So let's just break it down. We do have price coming into the zone here. Tested that 15-minute rejection, retrace, close inside the zone, followed by a candle close above the 215 zone. So I'm in it for the longs here now, putting my stop loss just at the bottom of my 215 zone here. And I'm looking for my full TP to be my 4-hour, what's that? My 4-hour resistance. All right, so let's see. Once price hit my 30-minute resistance with a candle close above there as well, what I will do as well, I'll just go BE. at that point in time. Yeah, the London market has opened. It has been open now for the past 10 minutes as well. So let's see what the London boys and gals are looking to do here as well. Danny says, I'm into what's your TP in a sell. So my TP is at 3340, my full TP. That's CP3. And my SL is at 3327. That's nice, a pretty good candle close above that previous support that was created, our resistance that was created. So now if we can just get a push above these areas, then that will be good. EU is crossing the sell line. Oh, it's pulling back. That's a massive rejection there on the XY. Let me know how many of you guys are in on this position right now. How many of you are in on this position right now? That's good. If you're in on this position, if you took this entry with me, just put 215 in the chat. If you're in this position right now, just put 215 in the chat. If you're in this position right now, just put 215 in the chat. Ooh, I just passed one of my challenges here as well. Yeah, I just passed another prop challenge just now. So that's closed out. That's good. So if I can get, let's see, 215, mad thing, bro. What's your strategy, bro? It's called the 215 technique. If you want to learn more about it, definitely go here. That's 215 trades on YouTube, and you can find out more about it there. What's your strategy? Do you teach? Yep, I do teach as well. You just need to reach out to me on Telegram and we can organize that. 215, Matting bro. Donald Uptown says 215. Nice, 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 nice. Good. So we up nicely. You already know, Chef. Of course, Manny. Thank you, Danny, for those hammers. Oh, thank you, my guy. Thank you, my guy. All right, that's good. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is. Look how beautiful that is. All right, we're up pretty nicely on that. That's over 40 pips already. Over 40 pips already. Nice. Taking my I'm not taking the risk off this board right now. Watching your YouTube now. Ollie, thank you so much for doing that, my friend. Thank you so much for doing that, my friend. Speaking of my YouTube, I need to do some work on my YouTube stream as well, but after the stream I'll do that later on today. Sir, can I know your target? My target is here, and it's 8:13 a.m. and we're closing out at 8:30 a.m. Guys, if you think this is a lovely entry, if you think I deserve to be followed, if you think I deserve for the likes to go up, definitely, my friends, hit that like button. If you're winning from this position right now, definitely hit that like button. Hit the like button and get the likes up to about 7k likes, right? Get the likes up to about 7k likes if you guys are eating from this right now. And I almost missed it because we were looking at EU. Looking at EU by the time I came back, I just saw that the position was already closed. I think what I didn't do is that whenever my 50-minute rejection line has been tested, I usually move my alert from that 50-minute rejection line to the buy line, but I didn't move it, so I didn't get that alert. But it was a very good thing that I came back and we saw it, and we just capitalized on that. That's good. That's over 40 pips right there on that, and that's good because that's moving. And this position as well also passed one of my funded accounts here as well. Do have quite a few here with Buell Knox. I have 200. I'm doing 200K accounts here with Buell Knox on futures, and I'm also doing a 25K account as well. Just past the 25K account and the 200K accounts, they're still in motion right now. So that's good. Very good day today. Very good day today. Really do appreciate the markets for doing that. Nice. I'm already at break even and took some profits on that as well. Expecting a small pullback right now. Where are you expecting on gold? In all fairness, there's no advantage, there's no disadvantage. It's the same thing. It's really is just the same thing. I can say though, I don't have any I have like the lowest of lowest spread on gold, which is good. Which is good, is really good. I don't even think there's any spread on gold. And I don't even think there's any spread on the EU as well. I don't think there's any spread any at all. Sylvia, correct me if I'm wrong. Are there any spreads on this? I don't think there's any spread on them, in all fairness. But it is no, just fee. Okay, yeah. So they charge you per lot size. Charge you per lot size on this. Would you believe that for the past on this account? Wow, look at that. That's good. For the past week, I haven't missed a trade on this account. That's good. All right, all right. Come on, yeah. It's really, because I think it's like for 3 lots, I think, or 2 lots. I think it's like maybe about a $10 charge, I think, or something like that. All right, guys. Beautiful, beautiful. This is coming on to 100 pip move here right now. At TP2 already. Nice. Make sure you take your profits, you take your partials as well. How long have I been? I've been in the industry for a good few years, but I haven't been. I've only been doing this consistently for a year now. Did you guys know? I'm not sure if anyone was paying attention. Did you guys know that yesterday? Well, maybe for the persons who were here from the beginning, yesterday was actually the 1-year anniversary. The 1-year anniversary of my 215 Trades channel on YouTube. So yesterday marked 1 year exactly, right? When I started my YouTube channel. Yeah. So that's a big, really big move for me as well. Let's see, and the channel has grown a lot. It has grown a lot since then, because in that 1 year, let's see, have I reached the 1,500 subscribers as yet on YouTube? I don't think I have reached the 1,500 subscribers yet. Well, let me just double check. Let me just double check how many subscribers I have. 1,483. So from in that year, I've grown the channel by 1,483 subscribers on YouTube. Pretty great, pretty great. I really do appreciate it, because I couldn't have done it without you guys. You guys have just been really supportive in my overall growth. It is something new. It's a new technique you guys have never seen or heard before, but you still make the channel your daily channel just for your entertainment, I guess, right? Good. So we just hit TP2 here on that up move there on gold as well. If you want to know more, if you want to learn it more, just subscribe here, my friend 215 Trades. All my videos are out there as well. Brilliant. If you're still holding this position, put H in the chat. Yeah, just in time for candle close as well. Why people closing? What do you mean why they're closing? Khalid is holding, Manny is holding. Nice, 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 nice. Evelyn, nice, nice. Where's Sean? Sean, are you still on? Nice, good. All right, thank you for the follow as well. Yeah, overall, I think we're gonna go back to 3,400. Well, for right now, for the scope of what I'm looking at right now, I'm only just looking for it to go to that 4 hour, to that 4 hour thingy there, that 4 hour resistance there. There's a 100 pip move as well. All right, so for those who were just joining, for those who haven't seen what was going on, let me just break it down to you guys really what I was expecting to happen. Now, this is the 215 zone. This is the famous 215 zone. This is the zone that make dreams come true, right? Now, we had price come into the 215 zone and push below to test that sell line. Didn't quite test that sell line properly though, because it tested it by a wick and not by a candle close, right? However, price pulled back into the zone. This was a pretty decent up move as well, from the sell line all the way up here to that 15-minute rejection. That's about 60 pip. But even if it did that massive move, I wasn't interested in that move until it tested that 15-minute rejection line right there, right? Once it tested that 15-minute rejection line and it pulled back into my 215 zone, right? There was this very suspicious candle right here, that one. However, I waited for a second one to close in the zone, right? Yeah, I am Jamaican. I am Jamaican. So when I start streaming on YouTube, and was that full TP? No. When I start streaming, when I'm start showing my face on YouTube, I'm gonna have my Jamaica flag behind me, so everyone will know that I am Jamaican. If you don't like Jamaicans, I'm sorry, but I am Jamaican. So candle, this suspicious candle came in, very sketchy, very sneaky candle here, right? Very sneaky candle here. Donald just joined from TikTok live. You're awesome. Thank you so much for that, Donald. This candle was pretty sneaky, so I waited for this second candle to close in the zone, right? So that confirmed the retest of the zone. Then this candle came up close just above that buy line there, confirming that it is looking to go higher. Entered off that, almost missed it though because I was watching EU. Then price pushed up, tested that 30-minute resistance, that was TP1, and hit TP2 as well. So I'm up about 80 pips already on that as well. Partial staking secured as well, and a prop account was passed today as well. So overall, this was a beautiful day. This was a beautiful day. Do you guys agree that today was a very beautiful day? Come on, guys. We have 100 persons here on TikTok. Nice. Remember, guys, if you haven't yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, please go ahead and do so. That is 215 Trades, right? That's the home of the 215 technique. If you guys want to learn more about the 215 technique, definitely go ahead and subscribe. All right, yeah, so I'm online from 6:30 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. Yes, there's a Telegram group as well. All the links are in my my stomach is rolling, man, because I don't eat breakfast until after stream. So I do go live every day from 6:30 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. Mondays to Fridays. Whether it's rain or shine or snow or whatever the case may be, I'm here. The only time I won't stream is if I'm ill or if I am traveling. All right, let's see if we can get those likes up to 10K likes, my friends. We're just 1.4K likes away. Getting a rejection from that 1 hour resistance. Yeah, I'm still in the trade right now. I only have about 20% left of my position on. I'm gonna hold that one and see what that one does. Ollie Evans, thank you for that follow on YouTube. Eclipse. Thank you so much as well for that follow on YouTube, my friends. Really do appreciate you, and really do. So if you guys can just hit that subscribe button at 215 Trades on YouTube. I'm live there as well. I'm going to be changing the background music on YouTube later on today. So I'm going to come up with a playlist again and see. Not a problem, man. Well-deserved follow. Thank you, my friends. Appreciate it. All right, just 100 more likes to get to 10. Ah, brilliant. We're at 10K. Nice. Very good day. Very good day. Watching your videos as we speak. Really? Nice. One thing I must say though, sometimes because the entry models on the 215 techniques is really they're so specific. They're very specific. You may not get an entry same time on stream, but you'll get it after. All depending on how the price action goes. So let's see. Overall TP, my full TP is at 3340. Are you still here? My YouTube. So if you, this is my handle on YouTube, right here. My YouTube link is also on the description as well, I believe. So that's this is my handle on YouTube, 215 Trades. EU. Look at that massive move though. Did something happen just now? Is my whole strategy on YouTube for free? Yeah, it's on YouTube for free. I took two 0.1 trades at the 215 zone, haven't set an SL. Risky. You're raw dog in the market, my guy. Yeah, no way. Just go there and just type in 215 trades. 215 trades, you'll find it. 215 trades, that's the name of it. If you look here, I'm not sure if you're seeing it, you must be able to see it. It's called 215 trades. If you want to learn the technique, like you can, most definitely you just watch my YouTube videos. All right, just watch my YouTube videos, and if you come to the live streams every morning, or if not if you don't come every morning, most mornings, then you will learn. You can ask the questions. I always explain it what I'm doing actually. So yeah, just punch in 215, you'll find it. Just type 215 trades. It's the only, I think it's the only channel on there. It's the only live, it's the only streaming platform. It's the only channel that does the technique. My overall goal is to get the 215 technique to recognition levels like ICT and SMC and all the 15-minute fair value gap, or all that kind of stuff. Inverse unicorns and all of that. I want to get the strategy to a place where it is known internationally. Right? That's my overall goal. Take over the world. Pinky the brain. All right, good. So it's now 8:29 a.m. And what I'm going to actually do here today, my friends, I am going to leave you guys here today, and I will see you guys again tomorrow. All right. So for all my fellow viewers over there on YouTube, all right, I just want to say a big shout out to you guys over there on YouTube, for all those persons who came on there and used that chat, who hit that like button on YouTube, and for all those persons who were just saying over to just watching the stream and enjoying the stream. Beautiful. I really do appreciate you guys so much. For my fellow viewers here on TikTok, you guys have been really great. The interaction has been through the roof. You guys have definitely interacted with the chat and also the like button, and I appreciate that. And you've also clicked that follow button. Really do appreciate you guys over here on TikTok as well. All right, and for all those persons on TikTok who took the liberty or took the time out to head on over to my YouTube channel, which is 215 Trades, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, big shout out to you guys. Big shout out to you guys. Really do appreciate it and love that as well. All right, and for all those persons who gave those gifts as well, big shout out to you, Dan. You have been spectacular today. Really appreciate it. So for all my viewers here on both platforms, across platforms as well, I just want to say stay safe, my friends, and happy trading, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow, same time, same place, at 6:30 a.m. Goodbye.